So, good morning, students. Now we will discuss another part of bryophytes. Yesterday, we have discussed about the general characters of bryophytes. We have also seen some diagrams which are related with reproductive structures of bryophytes. Now, in this video, we will discuss some another parts of bryophytes. Actually, we will discuss about three classes of bryophytes. First one is class Muscae, or you can say mosses. Next is class Hepaticae, or you can say liverworts. And the third is class Anthocerote, which is related or which can be represented as hornworts. So these are three classes. We will discuss some points, 2 to 3 points related with this mosses, liverworts, and anthoceros. I will focus this some diagrams also. You can see this. As you can see, mosses appear like leaf-like structure, leafy-like structure. You can easily see from this diagram. Okay, liverworts in the second diagram, they appear as structure which resemble to levers. And the third part is hornworts. Yesterday I have said that horns means जो एनिमल्स हैं जिनके सींग होते हैं, तो हम क्या कहते हैं, सींग को क्या कहते हैं इंग्लिश में, हॉर्न. सो इट appears horn like, so they are called as hornworts. So it can be easily seen in the diagram. The next part, we will discuss first class mosses. You can remember 2 to 3 points and write your notebook. Mosses, the body of the moss is usually leaf like. If somebody says ki how you can identify a moss, it will appear leaf like. I will show in the diagram also. Next, most prefer damp shaded locations in the temperate zone, or you can easily write mosses prefers damp and shaded areas. Shaded areas will prefer the growth of the moss, which will represent the class Muscae. The next part is class Hepaticae, or you can say liverworts. The name liverworts arise because the lobes of the thallus resemble the lobes of the liver. As the lobes of the liver resembles with the lobe of the thallus of bryophytes, you can easily identify in this diagram. They are called as liverworts. Some has flattened body which is called as thallus, but some have a leafy appearance. So it appears thallus or leafy like. This will represent class Hepaticae, or you can say liverworts. Now, third class is Anthocerote, or you can say hornworts. The sporophytes of hornworts look like small green broom henses. Its shape, its shape is unique among bryophytes. So you can easily see in the diagram. Bryophytes and higher plants, most species of hornworts have cells that contain only single chloroplast. It is a unique characteristics of hornworts that they contain a single chloroplast. Okay, I will show in the diagram also. You can easily this one. These diagrams of sporophyte and gametophyte, and the second diagram can be resembled with horns. It will easy to identify. Next, an important part of bryophytes is alternation of generation. Alternation of generation in bryophytes. What is alternation of generation? All of you know what is alternate condition or alternations. It is a very simple term, and we use this uh, word in our routine life. Alternate means day and night, night and day. You give your water to the plants and alternate days after 1 or 2 days. So, what is alternation of generation in bryophytes? We will see. Uh, the term alternation of generation was first time demonstrated by Hofmeister. It is shown by red letter. Who used or who demonstrated first time the process of alternation of generation? Hofmeister in 1851. Now, what is the definition of alternation of generation? In one line, you can say life cycle of a plant. Life cycle of a plant. There are two modes of generation, haploid and diploid generation, alternating during life cycle. Why bryophytes are amphibians are called as amphibians of plant kingdom? Because they live on land as and they require water for their reproduction. Now alternation of generation represent life cycle in the form of haploid and diploid conditions which alternate in life cycle. I have discussed in my previous video, I have used a term haplobiontic life cycle. Haplobiontic means the life cycle in which the haploid phase is long and diploid phase is short. So the presence of haploid and diploid generation represent alternation of generation during life cycle. There are two types of plant bodies, sporophytic plant body and gametophytic plant body. Sporophytic plant body of bryophytes is multicellular, spore forming diploid plant structure. This is written in short. It is structure, structure. So the sporophytic plant body, as the name suggests, it will produce spores and it is a multicellular body. While the gametophytic plant body is also multicellular, but it is a haploid plant structure body which forms gametes. As the name suggests, gametophytic plant body will form gametes. Okay. Next, bryophytes including mosses and ferns. Ferns and mosses are leaf-like structure. You can see this. You can see in the diagram also. The dominant generation is haploid phase and the main plant body is composed of gametophyte. In bryophytes including mosses and ferns, the plant body or the dominant plant body is gametophytic. Okay. This is the part which is related with alternation of generation and it is also an important question. Next, what is the significance of alternation of generation? Better chances of survival, better adapted to environment, newer varieties can develop and variations are produced during cell division or meiotic division. So these are the some significances which are related with their survival, which it is related with adaptation, production of newer varieties. This will represent the significance of alternation of generation. Next point. Some other part of alternation of generation I will focus for you. Alternation of generation in bryophytes includes haploid phase, it is gametophytic generation or sexual phase. This is an important part for your competitive exams also. Haploid phase is gametophytic. The main plant body, dominant plant body is gametophytic plant body in bryophytes and haploid phase will represent sexual phase. Bryophytes bear reproductive organs which produce antherozoids and eggs. I have shown in the diagram also. I have shown in the diagram also the reproductive structures are antherozoids and egg. Okay. Now, gametophytic stage are longer lived as compared to sporophytic, and gametophytic stage is dominant in the life cycle. So these 3 to 4 points represent the gametophytic plant body. It is the haploid phase, or it can be represented as sexual phase. As you are using the term sexual phase, then it will includes the reproductive organs, antherozoids and egg. Now, the another part is diploid phase, which is the sporophytic phase. It means the gametic union results in the formation of a single zygote which develops into sporophyte. Gametophytic plant body will represent a formation of gametes. Gametes will fuse and it will form zygote which develop in sporophyte. Then the meiotic division will occur in sporophytic plant body, or you can say spore mother cell, in which the spores are formed, and these spores germinate to form gametophytic again, and the cycle continues with alternation between gametophytic and sporophytic. It is very easy. It is very easy. First dominant phase is gametophytic, and the gametophytic plant body will produce gametes. Gametes, gametes are of two types, male and female. It will form zygote. Their fusion will form zygote. Zygote will form sporophytic plant body. Sporophytic plant body or spore mother cells will divide by meiosis. Meiosis results in the formation of spores, and these spores will then form gametophyte. Again, it will form gametophyte. So, it is a type of alternation of generation in which both plant body is represented. The important point is sporophytes depend on gametophyte because the first plant body formed is gametophyte. So, sporophyte is dependent on gametophyte. And the last part is, since two types of phases are included, sporophytes as well as gametophytes. So we can say this is a type of heteromorphic alternation of generation. Hetero means different, or you can say two. Two alternation of generation. You have got my point. And last part of bryophytes is their affinities with other plants group. I will discuss related with algae. You can see the origin of bryophytes from algae is supported from following ways. Affinities means what is the meaning of affinity? What is the meaning of affinity? Affinity means resemblance, how it resembles with other group. If I will discuss with algae or show its resemblance with algae, the first point is there is a close resemblance between chlorophylls and xanthophyll of algae to that of bryophytes. These are some of the pigments which show similarity between algae and bryophytes. Second point, the presence of motile sperms in bryophytes supports algal ancestry. I have shown a diagram in previous video of antherozoid, and I have shown flagella also. Flagella are the means by which it can show motility. So the presence of motile sperms in bryophytes supports algal ancestry. Ancestry means our ancestors are we are the generation of Homo sapiens. Okay, ancestry मतलब पूर्वज. The last point related with affinities of bryophyte with algae is the development of green filamentous algae like protonema in the life cycle of bryophytes. It is an important question of 2 marks. What is protonema? It is a green filament like showing resemblance with algae in the life cycle of bryophytes. It is called as protonema. Next. So, thank you very much. This part covers the alternation of generation, different classes, some points related with mosses, some points related with liverworts, and some points related with hornworts. So, thank you very much.